Hey guys, my first video here. So I'm changing my grip order to make so you guys can see this is gonna be my YouTube channel. So recently over quarantine, since I've had really nothing better to do, uh, I played Minecraft really since uh, like 2014, 2015ish. And even when it kind of died down, I still played it a lot. But over quarantine, I really got serious into building specifically. And before quarantine, I started a little project where I started building all of Akron, Ohio. So I'm going to go ahead and give a tour of what I built in Akron. So right now, I'm in the North Side district of Akron, which is a major shopping and residential district just north of downtown, right on the hill leading down to the valley, the Cascade Valley specifically. So this is the North Side Marketplace. You have a little hill right here going down to Howard, and you have some really nice townhouses right here. These again, most of these buildings are brand new in Akron. Uh, and keep in mind this is a replica of the real life Akron. So this is Howard right here, and right here we have Main Street. But I don't think instead of going down Main Street, I'm going to go down Howard. So just to give a little history, here's a little construction site. Just a little history of Akron. Howard is technically gone now. This is the only bit of Howard that's left. Most of it belongs to the Federal Building and the City Center Building. So, uh, in this area is really nice. It's a bunch of old row buildings. Um, yeah, it's a it's a very historic little street here in Akron. And right here is so this is actually where Palace Theater is in Akron. It's actually on Main Street, but it's not there anymore since it was torn down to make way for the library. But I started building it here. So this is it so far. I plan to do a little bit more with it. There's a staircase right here, and then we have to go into the theater. And this will probably go over the highway. So, fun. Okay, so right now we're coming right out onto Market Street. Okay. And right here is the market of Main. This is the main intersection of all Akron. I consider this the city center. So right here we have the Federal Building. This is a courthouse. Right there we have the Boutique Hotel and another office building from the 1920s. We have the Akron Public Schools headquarters and another office building. Parking deck, some more buildings. These two are newer. This one's newer. Not those two. This one's they're redoing this building currently in Akron. So I'm going to go ahead and go down Main Street and then do everything west of Main Street. This, I'll have to fix that. So here's some old row buildings that just kind of never got torn down between Federal Building and the City Center Building. Some really nice historic buildings. There's another building. And here's where Palace Theater used to be. This is where the library is. Yeah, here is the Chase Building, First Energy Building in Akron Energy Corporation. Here is our tallest building, which is the First Central Trust Building, built in 1932. It's 27 stories tall, 330 feet. Still one of the oldest buildings in downtown Akron. Now here we have two. This plaza right here, Cascade Plaza, was built in 1960. I'm pretty sure 1968, if I'm not mistaken. And this one was finished in the mid 70s. This plaza right here, City Center. Skybridge right there, and then this goes into Interstate 59, which is currently getting redone. I'm pretty sure for the downtown area to build a giant Central Park, similar to what you see in New York and what you see in Chicago with Millennium Park. Over here we have another bank, I'm pretty sure. Right here, the City Center building, the Law Building, these are both those tan, 1920s buildings. Sorry, it's lagging. I'm going, yep, fix that. These are both those sandstone-looking buildings that you'll see sometimes in older cities. Here you have some row buildings right next to the Akron Civic Theater, and also here's the Mosaic Palace, which is the only palace, just a office building. Now the Civic, what I did is because of scaling, I scaled this slightly down from real life. The Civic actually isn't here. It's in the Nether in Minecraft to save space. So if we go in right now, it should be a little spot. We have the Civic. I built most of the interior. I put some piglin spawners in here just to give it a little bit of light. Doesn't seem to be working though. A few chandeliers. You go in here. You have the main. You have the main atrium. You have a nice staircase. Then this goes up to the balcony. And currently do not have the full theater done, similar to Palace. Thinking about finishing this up once I have Akron done. I'll do some of the really nice interiors in Akron to just add some more life. Get some buildings, the buildings that look really cool inside to make them accessible so you can tour them. So this is one of the sections of Akron that do not currently exist, but I built anyway. So what happened is we built Lock 3, which is a giant convention center right here. And we knocked down some of these buildings just so it has a Main Street, it has access to Main Street. So these buildings are not currently here, but I still wanted to build them. Here we have the Peanut Shop and Lockview, both this one's a very old business, and this one's a very good business. I've been here a few times. It's actually a really nice restaurant. And here I've been here a few times, mainly when I'm working at the Civic. It gives that nice classic like 50s experience of, like the candy store. Some new buildings, I want to say. Polsky Building, or AAC, the Akron Early College. This used to be a department store back when it was built, but now it is Akron Early College, which is a high school where you can basically do some college classes through high school to complete 4 years of college before, so you can basically save time and money. Here's Jaegers. I mean, no, O'Neill's, not Jaegers. This is O'Neill's. Basically a department store. Now it's I know that there's the Akron Children's Museum in here. And downstairs is a Brico's, I'm pretty sure. No. Yeah, I think it's Brico's or some sort of restaurant. Mayflower Hotel. Akron Tower. Our stadium. Some more row buildings. Some more row buildings. A bank. An actually really nice bank. Some heads. Why not? And of course, why not? You have a nice little hotel right there. Here you have some more buildings, some more row buildings. Now this one's weird because it looks like when I built this, it seems like all these are the original row buildings, but this one it seems like they knocked down and rebuilt, which doesn't make too much sense. Okay, here we have the BF Goodrich Company. So Akron is known as the Rubber City. If you've ever bought a Firestone, Goodyear tire, Goodrich tire, Bridgestone tire, they all come from Akron for the most part. They're all developed in Akron, and many of them are made in Akron. So, this is the BF Goodrich factory. Now, most of it is now office space for people to use. Here's some more historic buildings. And that one, this is a weird building where it's like, it's an old 1920s building. I guess they just never finished it. I checked on Google Earth because it's an old building. You can definitely tell from Google Earth right here, but just still scaffolding, which I guess they just never finished it. We have Goodrich, Gojo, which is a soap company based in Akron. Go down Main Street. Most of this has been redeveloped in Main Street recently within the last decade. Okay, here we have some more buildings. Now these buildings is a collection of buildings that were torn down in Akron. There's a big old open space right here, right in front of the factory. So these are some really cool landmark kind of buildings that used to be in Akron but were torn down due to redevelopment. So this, I'll probably put a different building right here eventually when I get an idea. There's the Portage Hotel. It used to be on the corner of Market and Main. just some old buildings. Now, I'm gonna go fly past most of Goodrich since it's mostly just this kind of stuff. I'll check you. I'll show you guys back though because there's actually some smokestacks and some more unique factory buildings toward the back that just look kind of nice. So, getting over here, you have this some newer downtown area. This is I'm pretty sure antenna for cell service. Here's another very small office building. Actually, yeah, it's an office building. This is a storage facility. I'm pretty sure one of those self-storage places. You've seen a lot more now. Here's some trucking facility, another self-storage kind of area. Here is the Ohio and Edison power plant for Akron. This produces Akron's power for the most part. Coal fire, or I don't know if it's coal fire or natural gas. Some more old buildings. Some more buildings. Here's a really weird building. just an odd looking building. Here's a giant. This looks like this building. I'm pretty sure is empty, but it looks like some sort of tech company headquarters. It's not finished. I'm still building this area. There's a few smaller buildings I have to build around this along with the parking lot for this, but it should be really cool when it is finished. Okay, over here we have another self-storage facility. Seems to be some sort of trend over here. Here we have the Akron Canton Food Bank. They've been doing some great work over this pandemic. Keep in mind this is all real life. All these buildings are real for the most part. Right here, another looks like some sort of headquarters slash office building. And we hit the highway right here. Now this highway goes a little bit farther south and then it merges with I-76. So, just this was, I'm pretty sure this highway was built in mid-1960s, so about a decade after the Interstate Highway Act under Eisenhower. So, it's a newer highway comparatively to other interstate highway systems that were funded under the plan. Okay. Over here, we have Akron Cleveland General, which is one of the hospitals in Akron. We have a parking garage for them, then we have the entire hospital under them. Now, right here, perfect. We have some more. Pretty sure this is a emergency room or something. I'm not sure. Not an expert in hospitals. If anyone is, then I don't know. Tell me what this layout does. Okay, so we have another office building. No, another parking deck, not office building, sorry. Here's another chunk of it with a parking deck right along the highway and another hospital building. Now up here we get into, this kind of area has a lot of hospitals for some reason. So over here we have some metro housing. This is Akron Metro Housing, which is a low-income housing initiative to eliminate homelessness here in Akron to the best of our ability. Here's some old industrial buildings. Really old buildings. They look newer, but they are not newer, except for this one. This one's new. Okay, maybe I'll let this load for a second. So how have you guys been recently? Pop it in the comments. I don't know how YouTube works. This is my first video. Again, some more industrial buildings. I'm not sure, because this is not an old building, because we knocked out the canal system, all the locks and everything in the early 1900s. So I'm not exactly sure why this building was built, because it was built after the canals were knocked out. So I'm not exactly sure why that's there. Here is 69 Taps, which is some bar, and then I'm pretty sure they're doing something with this. I think it has something like LeBron James bought it or something. He's doing something, but I use it in Minecraft just to place every single block down. Why? Because I was bored. Here's a parking lot for the stadium, one of them. Here's a historic building right next to. I'm pretty sure, not sure exactly what this is. Pretty sure it has something to do with the Ohio and Erie Canal, or it's connected in some way. Okay, here we have the uh, Akron Children's Hospital. Nothing much to say. These hospital buildings, especially the main ones, the older ones, these things are the biggest pain to build. Because for some reason, they don't like normal shapes. So I have to build this thing, and it sucks. So here's a very new building in Akron, actually. Connected to the Akron Hospital, this is another building for it. This building. I remember back, I was going to the Jonas Night Center Tree Festival. You'll see the Jonas Night Center when I go by that. I built it. Jonas Night Center Tree Festival. You'll see, I was there, and this building was under construction right here. These buildings are older. This building was under construction, and I remember someone literally made it out of Legos. Literally made the building plan out of Legos, and it was just it was really cool because it was because I was a big fan of Legos at the time. I still like using Legos. Uh, and it was really cool. Um, yeah, that's the story. Over here, again, older building has some like new extension on it. I don't know if I like it. I don't really care for it, but it does. I mean, it doesn't look good, but it also doesn't really look too bad. This I'm pretty sure is some childcare facility, like a daycare or something, like really fancy daycare. Again, newer office space. Uh, I'm probably gonna redo this building just because, well, I looked on this from Google because I was using Google Maps at the time when I built this. But when I started Google Earth, I could see that the inside of this building wasn't a normal building. It was actually a one of those power places with all the wires. Not exactly sure what they're called. If you're an expert in electricity, take a look at it. Here is Canal Square. This is a skyscraper, early skyscraper, one of the first in Akron. Uh, yeah, just apartments now. It's an interesting building. It's a random warehouse because we have a lot of those in Akron. Another random office building. This is the back of the Civic Theater. Give me a sec, just gotta get it to load in. Okay. This is the back Civic Theater. I don't know. It's the back of a building. Have fun. Do whatever you want with it. I don't know. Caption this with a meme. Whatever the hell you want to do with it. Here's the Ohio Bell Building. This building has been getting used. Originally, this part of the building, the old part of the building, was used for uh, operators for the old phone systems here in Akron. Now it belongs to AT&T for servers, and that's a big chunk of what this building is, which is a newer extension onto it. Again, I-59, confusing piece of crap highway. I think it should be gone. Okay, so let's go and follow I-59. I'm not good at slopes, so this doesn't look good, but it's basically the best I could do. Here's the crappy designed highways because I never really liked highways. I don't think they look good, but besides the point. Let's go and fly over Howard and fly over all these buildings. So we're gonna go ahead and go on High Street now, and then we're gonna go on Broadway, and then I think we'll be done. I think there's a little bit left to check. Here's an industrial building. I'm not sure what it was used for. Just good looking. Again, more industrial buildings. Newer office building. At first, when I started building this, I thought it was a parking garage, but it's actually an office building. Another newer building. Skip some of those, but just office buildings. Here is, I'm pretty sure it's Akron Jazz or something. I think they do a lot of stuff with Crafty Mart. Okay. Post office. just a post office, really cool looking post office. Really cool looking parking deck. Never thought I'd say that in my life. It's just a genuine, like, when you go by it, it genuinely looks good. Just as a parking deck. Here we have a Akron History Museum. I know this video is getting long. If you stayed this long, that's fun. Here's the library, the other side of it. John S. Knight Center, one side of it. So yeah, I'm gonna go and stop this video here, seeing that it's 20 minutes long. So I'll go and post part 2. Bye bye, and have a nice day.